Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make these Italian cranberry almond biscotti. These are so good with a cup of hot tea or coffee. It's crunchy, delicious, and so much easier to make than you would think. So without further ado, let's get started. In a large bowl, you're going to go ahead and combine together some all-purpose flour, some granulated sugar, baking powder, and some salt. Use a whisk to give everything a good mix. You can make this recipe in a stand mixer or using an electric hand mixer, but it's not really needed. That's why I wanted to do this by hand to show you how easy it is. Into this, we're going to add in 2 large eggs that are at room temperature, some melted butter that has been fully cooled, some vanilla extract, and some almond extract. If you don't have almond extract, you can definitely leave it out. That's no problem. Now use a spatula to give everything a good mix until it is roughly all combined. Biscotti is a classic Italian cookie known for its signature crunch and the twice-baked method. The word biscotti actually comes from Latin, which means twice, and this biscuit or cookie does need to get baked twice. That's basically our base cookie dough ready to go, and now what we're going to do is add in the add-ins. For this recipe, I'm going to be using cranberry and almonds, but you can actually add anything you want in here. You could do chocolate chips, walnuts, pecans, or you can even leave them plain. It's totally up to you, which is why I love this recipe so much. Now I'm going to give this a good mix, and as you can see, it was a little bit difficult to use a spatula. So what I did is I just switched to my hands because it's so much easier to do it that way. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do this. You can definitely keep using a spatula, but it's so much easier to use your hands. And one thing to keep in mind if you're going to be using your hands is you're not looking to knead this. This is not a dough. We're not making bread. Well, it is a dough, but this is not bread dough. We're just mixing until all of the flour has disappeared and everything is fully incorporated like this. As you can see, the dough is not sticky, but it's not very dry either. We're going to start shaping this right away. There's no need to chill this dough. I'm going to bring the dough out onto a well-floured surface and then use a bench scraper to divide it into exactly half. Now what we're going to do is shape both of these halves. I'm going to be using my hands and the help of a bench scraper to shape them into rectangles that are roughly about 5 by 3 inches in size and 1 inch in thickness. This doesn't have to be too perfect, but if you're like me, you can definitely use a ruler to make it nice and accurate. This way, all of our biscotti are going to be the same thickness. The bench scraper here is optional, but I highly recommend it because it really helps a lot to get the sharp edges on the rectangle. Repeat this process with the other half of the dough, and then you should have 2 identical or almost identical rectangles. We're going to place these rectangles on a baking sheet, leaving at least 2 inches of space in between because they will puff up a bit. Now, this next step is optional, but I really like doing this for a nice shiny top. I like to brush both of the cookie dough blocks with some egg wash. This is just 1 egg beaten with a splash of water, and then I use a pastry brush to just brush that on top. We're going to bake this in the center of a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 30 minutes. The biscotti logs should look nice and golden brown like this. We're going to let these cool down for around 20 minutes on a cooling rack. Now I'm going to use a sharp knife to cut about 3/4 of an inch thick pieces on a slight diagonal. This is going to give you that signature biscotti look. You don't have to cut it like this. Of course, you can cut them into straight rectangles too, but this is just how you achieve that classic biscotti look. Repeat this process with the other log as well, and then what we're going to do is place these cut out biscottis onto the same tray facing up. Reduce your oven temperature to 160 degrees Celsius and then bake these for another 20 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. Halfway through, you do want to flip them all over so that both sides are nice and evenly colored. Once baked, you do want to let those cool down completely. Keep in mind that you don't want to overbake these because they will harden up as they cool. This next step is optional, so if you don't want to do this, your biscotti is already ready to go after it's fully cooled. You can dig right in, but what I'm going to be doing is dipping the bottom half of the biscotti in some dark chocolate. You could even use milk or white chocolate, that's totally up to you, and I'm melting it on the double boiler, but you can also use a microwave. As you can see, once I started dipping these, I realized that it's not going to work if I use this bowl, so I transferred my melted chocolate onto a wide open plate, so do keep that in mind if you're going to be dipping the bottom of your biscotti. The detailed recipe is available on my website, thefoodflamingo.com, and you can find a link to that in the description box below. You can also find a link to join my newsletter to get the latest recipes sent right to your inbox in the description box below. After you dip your biscotti in the chocolate, you want to make sure to get off any excess chocolate using the rim of the plate and then place them downwards on a lined baking tray like this. Once you've coated all of your biscotti, you're going to let the chocolate set completely. This takes around 20 to 30 minutes at room temperature. And that's it, your Italian biscotti is ready to go. They look amazing and they are super duper crunchy. Just listen to this. Like this video if you've liked it, comment down below if you've tried this recipe or if there's anything else you'd like me to make, and as always, thank you so much for watching.